Hey everyone. So just briefly, talk about the channel. Um, as I don't know how many of you have subscribed recently, um, but the whole purpose of the Heywood Planes Channel was to talk about and go through the building of these static balsa kits, balsa wood aircraft models, and just kind of go over the building processes and talk about tips and techniques and the things that I do um, to build these up, and that's why the channel Heywood Planes is what it is now. One of the things I've run into with this hobby is that motivation comes and goes. I can work on three or four of those, and then suddenly the motivation runs dry, and I set them aside. And there's no knowing how long those periods of hiatus are going to last. I have no control over it. It just comes and goes, and so about 8 or 9 months ago, when I set this one aside, I picked up Microsoft Flight Sim. At the time, had been out, I think, for a month or two, and I've been itching to get back into flight simming, and so I went with the Microsoft because I was a fan of FSX, their last iteration of civilian flight sim, and so when it came down to which one, P3D or X-Plane or whatever else there might be, I went with FS, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and so all of the videos that I've been posting, or majority of them, since I set aside the P47, have been flight sim related. And with those, there's no commentary. I don't narrate on those. I just record in-game footage, showcasing possibly the simulation as well as the aircraft that I'm using for each video, just to show how they work, how they look in the sim, and oftentimes it might be a new release aircraft, it might be a default aircraft, it might be some other add-on or scenery that I'm showcasing in those videos. But and that's going to probably continue. I'm probably going to keep making those videos. But for recent subscribers, you might think, if you haven't looked back through the whole channel, you might think that's all it is. And in fact, I am trying to get back into doing this. I want to finish the P47 project sooner rather than later. So in order to try and get back to working at this table and building something, I started working on these trucks, and that's the reason for that is that I do like the subject matter, and I like these cab over trucks. I don't really care too much for conventional, but I like the cab overs. So that's why I selected these. So there's the Mac cruise liner I recently completed, and then the GMC 95 Astro right there, just recently completed. And then there's another video, an unboxing of the third and final of the cab over jaunt with the white Freightliner from AMT. All these three kits are AMT manufacturer. And the idea from my point of view is to try and just get back into the process of completing projects rather than just diving straight back into the balsa. I want to kind of get back into the habit or into the mindset of thinking through production, just so that I don't, omit a step or leave something out that I want to include in that static build. And that's typically what would happen if I just sat down and started working on that again. All the cobwebs and things that I've forgotten, or the way I've was used to processing and working procedurally had been gotten rusty, and it can lead to some problems in the build, and I want to avoid that just by going through this other exercise first. So that's the purpose of the truck builds, plastic kits, whatever. I know people have different opinions about scale modeling, and I'm one of them. It's kind of an odd, pastime, for a grown-ass man. I get that sometimes a lot. I hear it a lot. Why do you want to do that? It's funny. Some cultures, it's not disparaged like it is here, and who knows why that is. It doesn't. I don't care one way or the other. I'm doing the channel. I'm showing you these builds. It's what I like to do, and it doesn't bother me if somebody has something to say about it that's not helpful. I don't care. This is just what I do, and I know there's a lot of other people out there that share the, I don't know, you call it a passion, for me, there's so many things that happen when I'm back here working on these. It's mostly meditative. I've probably said that in other videos too, but that's what it is for me. I don't have to. In other words, it takes focus off of a lot of stuff that's going on outside of this room. Helps me clear my mind and focus on this outcomes and projects, and what do we do next. That keeps me, and I can also think about those other issues and put them in a better perspective. Sometimes when your mind starts racing on you, you start wondering what this is going to lead to, or what that behavior is going to encourage, and you can get a little bit frustrated, angry, discouraged, whatever. And doing this stuff helps me really settle that down. So getting back, just to go over the P-47 for a minute. So the objective was a scale static build. It doesn't fly. It's going to hang from a ceiling probably. But I wanted to have working flaps and landing gear, posable, I guess you'd say, not working, but posable. Either gear up, gear down, half up, half down, flaps up, flaps down, flaps partially down. Canopy open, canopy closed. It's still connected here, but it will be a sliding canopy. So just some of the details I want the project to have, only because they're a challenge. Can I do this? Can I make this happen? And that's why I wanted to have just those few features. It doesn't have. I'm not going to make the ailerons and rudder and elevators, all posable or flexible. It doesn't need all that. I just want to do the flaps, set the flaps up, and the canopy and the landing gear for this project, and that's my focus. All of those components will be detailed out, so because they will be a focal point of the airplane. And I do want to get back into that P-47 Thunderbolt project, and I will do, and that's why you're seeing these trucks and this video, because I haven't made one of these desktop videos in quite a while. Everything's been in-game footage of the flight sim. For some of you, this may be the first time you're hearing my voice, and that's probably not terrific, but it is what it is. So as I was saying, and I have been trying to make this video, and for one reason or another can't get them uploaded, and maybe that's a sign. maybe it's a bad idea, but no, I just wanted to just talk about the channel, because I know it looks like there's two different tracks that it's on, and really it's not. It's all aviation. 99% aviation, and that's my personal passion. With the flight sim, I have an opportunity to experience most of the aspects of commercial aviation or private piloting without risking anyone's life or limb. I don't have to worry about dropping an airplane out of the sky onto someone's house. At least not in reality, just virtually, and that's safe. It makes me happy. I can't actually hurt anyone while I'm doing that. And the same is true of this. This is an exercise for me. If other people want to watch the videos and get some enjoyment out of them, that's just sauce for the goose. That makes me happy. I know there's a very limited amount of interest in this stuff. I'm not trying to make money with the channel. I don't ask people to like and subscribe my videos. You're gonna do that or not, that's up to you, and that's the way it should be. All right, so one more truck build. I should have an unboxing video of the white Freightliner posted to the channel around the same time as this video. I want everybody who was following the P-47 build to know that I am going to get back to it. I just don't know when. And the purpose of these trucks, these truck model builds, is to try and prime that pump and get me motivated to get back to the airplane project, and to do it in a ready mindset, in a prepared way. So hopefully that'll happen. So we're gonna do the Freightliner. We'll do a couple of videos on that one, possibly during production, and then we'll do a reveal on it, and then hopefully after that it'll be jug time. We'll get going back on the juggernaut. All right, everybody, have a great day. Stay safe, right? Wear a mask. I don't care if you're vaccinated or not. Wear a mask. It's still the best protection, no matter what anybody says. That's the best way to protect yourselves and each other, vaccinated or not. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Have a good day. Bye.